Once again, in the meantime, dear viewers, it is now 2-0. Peter Maindia up against Herbert Mukisa, racing to 5. All players in the competition, if I'm not mistaken, are all on 1 life. That is Ian, Jackson Asiku, Herbert Mukisa, Peter Maindia. There's also Lawrence and Computer. Who are in respective finals in the first and second life. They will be joined by a pair from these 4 that you are watching, and then we shall know who shall be playing the respective finals in each of the lives respectively. They are actual semi-finals because it is a final from one life and a final from another, making the last 4 making the actual semi-finals. They are just finals because the tournament is being played on double life basis. After this comp, there will be another, by the way, this Sunday, 5th of October, at Kamba Sports Club on the outskirts of Kampala. That one shall take 1 day, 16 players, cash prizes for the top 4 playing double life. This time it will be seniors versus seniors coming up this Sunday. On the Facebook stream, there is a seeming likelihood that Jackson Asiku is just about to win a second against Ian. Of course, Ian does start this one as the match favorite, but with Jackson Asiku, you never know. He's a quality player, quality boy, I like to say. And the local darling, the crowd, do like to support him. Last time out that he participated in a comp like this one, actually the last edition of this very comp, he reached the round of last 8. In the round of last 16, he did beat Ibrahim Sajemba. Now he's about to lead by 2-0 against Ibrahim's teammate at club and international level. And Jackson Asiku gets support the black. It is 2-0. He leads against Ian Kazibwe, while YouTube still has Peter Maindia trying to win a third against Herbert. I'm not so certain he has full sight of the last red on the table. He can see it, no shade of a doubt. Whether or not he can put it to the corner pocket bottom right is something different altogether. He just played the little that he could see of the red, and will be granting Herbert a chance to play. Herbert treats the chance to play as a chance to snooker. And thank you guys for staying awake this late. After these ongoing matches, there will be 2 more streams, the 2 semi-finals, which will be 2 actual finals, and then 1 grand final. 2 players are into the respective finals on either chat, that is Lawrence and Computer. 5 players did register as members of the national team with 1 life. Of the 5, only 2 are left. 1 of them is on the table, but he's down. Ian Kazibwe is on 0, while Jackson Asiku is on 2. And they will be racing to 5. On the YouTube stream, Herbert does play 1 more snooker. Hopefully for him, the last time he will be snookering before going for the frame, which shall be the first for him in the match. Peter playing shots with too much power, seeming like he's simply hopping on hope. They faced off between themselves, Peter and Herbert, about maybe one of the last 2 times. I remember a match that I did not stream, but I did watch it. Won by Peter, then it was race to 4. He won by 4 frames to 1. But for now, Peter is just about to lose the first frame for himself in the match. For Herbert, a first frame being 1. And now after 3 frames played on the YouTube stream, it is Herbert 1 and Peter 2.
edition of he reached the round of last 8. In the round of last 16, he did beat Tim Sanyemba now, who's about to reach 25 still against Ibrahim's teammate at club and international level. And Jackson has supported support from the black. It's two friends today. It's against Kazibwe, while YouTube still has Peter Maenya trying to win his third against Hamad. I'm also certainly out.
2-2 now between Herbert and Peter. 2-1 between Asiku and Ian. 2 national team players left in the competition out of 6. That is Simon Nula, the computer, and Ian Kazibwe. But Ian is in way more trouble than Simon, who is in the final. Call it the semi-final because it is on one of the lives. And yet for Ian, on the Facebook stream, there is a big likelihood that he's losing a third frame out of 4 because Jackson Asiku is up against the black, trying to put it to the center pocket on the right. It is sunk with a round of applause. Remember, he is the crowd favorite on Facebook. It is now Asiku 3 and Ian 1, while YouTube still has Herbert trying to complete a comeback. He was down by 2 frames to nil. He has won the next 2. He's playing the Reds, has every chance of winning the ongoing frame, which if he does, will be leading for the first time in the match. Thank you for watching, John Bosco. You just love the queuing, yes. It is quality queuing on these tables, and I want to applaud you guys for staying awake up to this time of the night, simply to watch the talents of these players. Frame number 5 on the YouTube stream seems now to be heavily poised in favor of Peter. Sorry. The guy who maybe up until the round of last 8 was the best player in the competition. How on earth wouldn't you remember the way he was able to outclass Caesar in a race to 5? Caesar being able only to win 1 frame. Peter was almost playing against himself, against the guy that is supposed to be the favorite in the competition. Sometimes when the tournament is on double life basis, yes, sometimes a player can lose 1 life after taking 2 lives to later stages of the competition, and that player can lose the 2nd life in the very next match. Peter seems to have lost a little bit of his pattern. Given his normal game, his normal pattern play, there is no way I would be expecting him not to finish the yellows, and yes, he has missed a ball. Supposed to be easy stuff, he missed connection. Herbert has spotted 1 red, playing the cue ball into another and leaving it dead, putting himself in some kind of trouble. Maybe Herbert has just decided to pot normally. In order to have a cut on the white, he may want to cue the cue ball backwards, playing cue ball into the red. And as long as he can roll it to the corner pocket bottom left, he will be in business enough to win a 3rd frame in the match, which will be a 3rd straight frame, which will be a chance for him to lead in the match. And for the first time, the shot is off target. Peter can relax. Maybe he's just about to take what belonged to him anyway, because for most of the match, for most of the frame, it was him in control. Again, he has played himself in trouble. Is it the fatigue? Is it the psychological disadvantage of having lost the last match against Lawrence? His intention was to play the yellow ball to the center pocket on the left first. He will try to play instead another ball to the same center pocket, and he misses. Now Herbert will be taking easy pickings. Indeed, Peter concedes frame number 5 on the YouTube stream. It is now Peter 2 and Herbert 3. While on the Facebook stream, Ian has just pulled 1 back against Jackson Asiku. In that one, it is 3 frames to 2. Jackson Asiku is in the lead. Timeout on the YouTube stream. 3-3 now between Herbert and Peter. After that frame won by Apo by Peter. 3-2 between Asiku and Ian. There has been a miss by Asiku, which is giving Ian an opportunity to win frame number 6, which will be an equalizer for himself for the first time in the match. Maybe he could be a slight favorite, not just for the win against Asiku, but perhaps for the tournament in general. Of all players involved in the competition, he has been the most only form player in this year. 6 tournaments so far, one, maybe still counting those involved. Those are just singles. There are also 2 for the team on home soil and on international soil. Ian is now on the verge of playing black, which he shall be surely be potting. And we'll be putting it as an equalizer. Ian 3 and Jackson 3. Still 3-3 as well between Peter and Herbert. 2 matches ongoing at the same time. Once again, dear viewers, Break and Finish Live Facebook has Ian and Asiku drawing 3-all. Peter Chevele YouTube does have Herbert and Peter also drawing 3-all. Both matches are racing 5. The winner between Ian and Jackson Asiku will take on Lawrence Sengonge in the first live final, while the winner between Peter and Herbert will take on Computer in the second live final. The winners of the first and second live finals will face off in the grand final. However, cash prizes today are for the top 4. Peter is queuing really well. That was close to black being missed, but it is sunk at the end of the day. Peter does regain his lead. He needs 1 out of remaining 2 frames. Peter 4 and Herbert 3.
yabateera kati luli yali ayita players nenakulamu nebbanga ngenda mwenda n'agamba mbuse bagenda kuba 32 48 naye ne 32 act basobole tosobola bukwata tonamenti oba ogitegese musawo lunaku lwakukola tebyagaana abantu kusooka kukola togenda gabira buli omu wooko so ebimu nti era tebisoboka.
Pita camera. Kama nakuba ngamba. So itu inajola gafeti akakula. Ola gaje bali ba. Mani no babira. Tegete shibate wao. Nenga tuanze ama na stocks hata ni nyama kaka hata ni chafu. Now on the Facebook stream between Jackson Asiku and Ian Kazibwe, Ian does lead for the first and important time of the match. 4 frames to 3. He will need to win 1 out of 2. The YouTube stream between Herbert and Peter has seen the match go into a decider because Herbert has just equalized from 3-4 down, making it 4-4. He gets to break the last frame of the match having won the toss. That's why it's so important to do so. He has been able to put 1 yellow on the break and seemingly wants to go for the frame by break and finish. Does get to close the table playing reds. Remember, 4 people to get money. So they decided between Peter and Herbert is pretty much a shootout for the prize bracket. On Facebook, Ian now is on the verge of winning the match and having himself a place in the final of his life, at least on one side of the chart. In actual sense, it is a semi-final. He is likely to have Lawrence for an opponent. The YouTube stream does have Herbert have a chance to play again. The Facebook stream does have Ian on the verge of putting black to the center pocket on the left. And yes, he does. And wins the match. That is the end of the road for Jackson Asiku. Ian with every chance not only of making the next step but also winning the competition. The Facebook stream ends 5 frames to 3 in favor of Ian.